Hello everyone, welcome back to that Catholic Gamer Dude Plays. This is the police. And you know when this screen is up, you know that it's because a cutscene played right before the checkpoint. So we're going to go ahead and insert that in here, and then we will get on with today's episode. Alright? Alright. See you in a bit.
Boyd here, and I hope you have a hell of a good reason for calling me in the middle of the night.
I'm sorry, Mr. Boyd. I'll call you back later.
No, wait, you're the girl from the prosecutor's office. Lana, right?
Yes, exactly. Oh, I'm so embarrassed, Mr. Boyd. The first thing Mrs. Broom told me about you is that you almost never sleep. I don't sleep too much either, so I thought I'd call you and apologize for last time.
But it wasn't the last time, was it?
Well, I've been going over our conversation in my mind, and I realized how stupid I sounded. You're the chief of police, and there's a strange girl calling you, saying she'll be the next city prosecutor, just to share the news, I guess. I must have sounded crazy.
Not so crazy as you imagine, Lana. When I learned I was going to be police chief, my parents were already dead, and my only friend was working 1,000 miles away from Freeburg. Wife and kids were relaxing on a distant island in the middle of the ocean. Took me 6 hours to get a hold of them. But I had to share the news with someone, or I would have gone mad. All the more because I was surrounded by half a dozen cops who figured they were ahead of me for the job. I figured you were feeling about the same.
It's like you're reading my mind. Now I'm like an outcast here. Most of them still think that Mrs. Broom was joking or trying to show her deputies that she's in charge of appointing her successor. But I know it's no joke.
For some reason, I didn't doubt it, Lana.
That's probably why I'm calling you. I know it's selfish. I'm sure your wife isn't too keen on girls calling you at night.
My wife and I, well, we're not living together. Maybe I'm the loneliest man in town, and that's why you called, to talk to someone even lonelier than you, huh? Lana?
You know, Mr. Boyd, maybe I'm an idiot, but until this moment, I didn't realize how lonely I am.
Well, you're in luck, because now you can call me anytime. But if you do, you'll have to call me Jack.
Jack? It'll take more than one phone call to get used to that.
Well, we're not in a hurry, are we?
True.
Alright, so we're back now. And let's see what we got for today. Boutique sale invites stampede. 44% of Freeburg believes homosexuality is contagious. Authentic uniform of German General Karl Wolff discovered in city dump. Okay, well, that is a random collection of stuff. Let's go ahead and take a look. Everyone is happy, which is good. So that means that we have a little bit of leeway with various agencies and whatnot. Last few months I've been taking antidepressants 3 times a day, and I ran a prescription to the pharmacy 3 times a day? Dude, you gotta be on like cloud 9 or something half the time. The pharmacy says they're getting more tomorrow. I'm afraid without the pills I'm not going to be much good. My mind keeps digging up all kinds of disturbing thoughts. Can I go home? Yeah, that's probably a good idea for you to take the day off. Alright, so let's get started. And no, I'm not. I'm just going to go straight to the map with this one. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and bring this up. Salary from the city hall. We get our salary for today. The funeral for Gurin, who's the honest man of the city. Yep. Funeral. And then Birch. Oh, wow. It kind of took a while to get those funeral stuff. Okay, serial murder in the suburb. Alright. We need to send 25-year-old Pamela Cox, a stripper from this club Twister, was brutally murdered in her home. Yep, okay, so we're going to have to send out 2 detectives, and we're going to send SWAT just in case. Go into the investigations real quick. We have frames. Let's see. Go to the details, the detectives. We got 2 people on for that. Detectives, drug possession, stuff like that, and then, or no, that's arson. That was the arson. where are we on these cases? We're gonna have to get this up real quick. Okay, so this is the one that we knew that because of the red sweater, we know that we don't have enough yet. Details for this one, we are still waiting for one more frame for them going up to the second floor to get the green boxes, I'm most positive, or to haul this stuff. We'll have to see. They're coming down, so we need one more frame for that one. So, and then for drug possession, we have only 3 frames, so it's not even worth figuring out at this point. So, in affairs, at the police station, we don't need anything. Deputy, police academy and other stuff, I think we're good. So we'll just see what the day brings. Jack, one of our kids climbed onto the roof. He's talking about suicide. We need you to calm him down. At the same time, keep a lid on the situation. We're going to go send Bush. There's no point in not doing it. Even though that we're in good with the Mafia. It's been a while since the Mafia has called on us. And besides, it's a dude who's about to jump. Frames have been found. Let's open an investigation. Okay. Jack, I'm so glad you've lived up to my expectations, accepted the rules of the game. So far, the feds are chasing their own tails, but you're following the trail of coins I left for you. Feel how they're still warm to the touch? You're getting close. Sorry about your detective. I was just so excited to try out my new trap, but I swear it'll never happen again. Alright, so card 2 is evidence. We're gonna flip on that, and then play stamp here. Jack, I'm so glad, blah blah blah. Okay, I'm gonna flip that. And then this is interesting. I'll have to take a look at it. Our frames, metal pipe, whoa, okay, all kinds of grisly stuff here. Veterans house. Let's see. Okay, we're gonna have to go back to that investigations, serial murder. This is card 1. Card 2 is animals and some kind of Thanksgiving thingy-mahopper or something like that. I'm gonna go ahead and go deal with this robbery real quick. A group of teenagers cleaned out a video rental cash register. The owner was occupied in the back room. A store employee recognized one of the robbers, a regular at the arcade. Let's go ahead and send Ozaki and Patinsky to kind of take care of this. Veterans House, B-Buster Stancy, Fortune Bank, Livewire Studio, Fortune. I think we're going to do this one for the Fortune because I'm pretty sure that's where the Beatbusters, Veterans House, Hell on Wheels, car dealership. I think it's a Fortune kind of motif going on in that card. So we're going to go ahead and see if that makes a difference. We did just send SWAT twice today. A teenager fitting description, the offender is playing alone in arcade console. Arrest the kid in front of everyone. Confirm with the manager it's the right suspect. Let's see. Yeah, let's confirm that. We confirmed. Officers unharmed. Good stuff. And once again, pretty quiet day so far. Armed robbery at the riverbank. And let's do the SWAT again, because silent alarm just tripped a riverbank central branch. It appears that 46 armed robbers stormed the bank and locked themselves inside there. At least 15 visitors inside them, along with dozens of bank employees. We're not going to take this lying down, or we're going to take this as seriously as we can. We're going to send as many people as we can, while still keeping some in reserve, just in case. Serial murder report. You have discovered evidence hidden by the dentist. Open the investigation. This is bizarre. That one is a little bit closer. I guess the question is here in the ring. Very strange, very strange. Not sure what to make of that. And this case itself is kind of bizarre. So let's see here. We'll go back. I guess in the last episode, if you recall, we could tip it off to the feds and the trail goes cold, but in this case, because we left the feds out, we're doing this ourselves. I guess that's the motif on that. So we know it is this frame, but the question is, what does this have to do with these? and I can only think could very well be a member of law enforcement. There we go, here, and that could be a police baton. That's what he's trying to say. Oh, alright. Well, that's unfortunate. Because he could very well be a member of the Freeburg PD. Alright. Fight at the Ice Prince Cafe. 15 hooligans busted into a cafe, broke the furniture into splinters, wounded a man, and badly beat another. A man armed with a gun was at the scene and fired a warning shot, but the hooligans only laughed and continued the rampage. They're destroying everything in the area. We will wait. We can't afford to wait. Let's see. Ozaki, Osaro, Shaw, J-Boogie. No. Butinsky. We're going to keep 2 just in case anything else comes up. But this day has gone by pretty quick. Armed robbery report. Offender caught, officers unharmed, civilians unharmed. All good stuff. Bring people back. We are out of SWAT for the day, but we do have a paddy wagon just to round up a bunch of suspects. And the other one, oddly enough, did not require us to use the at the fight. Butinsky's dead? Ugh. I sent 4 of my best. That stinks. I guess we're just gonna have to fill in the roster again. Body count's starting to go up in this game. Ugh. So far, we've got enough on the staffing level. Terror threat. Oh my goodness. We do not have SWAT for the day. So the police intercepted a radio signal similar to the kind used by terrorist cells. They appear to be preparing a terrorist attack on Freeburg. The radio could only catch short snatches of dialogue. It sounds like 2 cells, codenamed Green Snake and Jupiter. We're going to use something they call the Prophet's Hammer to make a giant explosion. We will not take any chances. We will send as many people as we can. We do not have SWAT available. Hopefully nobody else dies. We are sending some of our best, so hopefully that will work out. Assuming that it isn't a prank, which it could very well be. Terror report. Yeah, I had a feeling about that. There weren't any terrorists in the abandoned apartment and no sign of imminent attack. The signal was transmitted by a toy radio. We'll go find the CEO of that manufacturing and throw him in the stocks for a while or something. But other than that, it has been a day. Oh, Butinsky. You were showing so much promise too. We had just gotten you up into that average 150. Drug sales in the ghetto. The owner of a small grocery store, teenage drug pushers are always hanging around the corner outside his shop. I'm tired of calling this in. You cops never do anything. The disappointed man then abruptly hung up. We will send Anderson and Bush. And yeah, J-Boogie. Go ahead. Arson report. We got 2 new frames for the investigation. Got him. Ronald Sherman, the former spouse of Freeburg Birth Control Union Clinic, blames the center for destroying his family. So we go ahead and, let's see. The house in which Mr. lived with his wife for the divorce property went to his wife. That's probably not where he is. A certain R. Sherman has made his home here for over a month. We'll go ahead and send 2 of our best. And for the theft, we got no new frames. Oh, come on. Ugh. Pry open with a crowbar. It's not that. It's not that. Okay. Warehouse. The padlock door was broken by a pry bar. Rare rifles with bayonets, which hadn't been used, are on the 2nd floor of the warehouse. So we know they're coming down the stairs, but we don't have anything of them going up, which is the annoying part. I have no new frames on that. Is there any way that we can... Excuse me. Detectives. We've got 2 detectives on this case. Might have to put some more on there. Kind of deal with this because these investigations. I'm almost positive we're missing a frame. This is not correct. This is not correct. This is not correct. This is not correct. And this is not correct. This is the only one that could potentially be correct. And I just don't see it. You know? Because They got to pry in and then go up to the second floor, grab the case, bring the case back down, put the case in the truck, and it's a strongman who does all of this because George Sand is not a muscular dude by any means, and he works with a strongman. That's why it's harder. That's why it's always harder to track George Sand down. We're gonna wait until the end just to see if we pick this guy up. Jack, what kind of circus are you running over there, tampering with evidence? Seems your men aren't so loyal after all. Just be glad we don't want to see any more hype in the papers about this dentist of yours. We convinced the prosecutor not to investigate your little sideshow. We did ask the feds to look into you. They're going over your correspondence with a fine-tooth comb. Well, alright, we'll keep the feds off. Hopefully. Drug sales, offender caught, officer unharmed. Good stuff. And we found cocaine. We are going to ask the mafia to sell it. Look, I'm a poor corrupt official. We found the offender. Good stuff. And we've closed the case. Excellent work all around. Poor Patinsky. We will have to declare him dead. Let's see. Need to save paperwork for this employee. Yeah. That's it. Shift A is coming up tomorrow. Let us hope that they don't lose anybody.
Boyd.
Well, finally, Jack. I've been dying to reach you these past 2 weeks, but I thought I should give you some time to recover your strength. How are you feeling?
Better than ever, Mr. Sand. Touched by your concern.
Well, I hope this doesn't sound too sentimental, Jack, but while you were laying in a coma, I thought about our last meeting many times. It was such a fascinating conversation. You said it yourself. You're a true hunter.
No, Mr. Sand, it was you who said that.
Was it? Well, it doesn't matter. What is important, Kendrick told me a lot about you, Jack. But I suddenly realized that he didn't give me the whole story. Why is it you only want half?
What are you talking about?
Well, why is it you only want to make half? Not a whole million, just half. Not 100,000, but 5. It's a very specific figure. How did you arrive at that number?
Well, I was looking at a house a couple hours outside of Freeburg, down the river. I figured to buy it, move the family, and set everything up, I'd need right around 500,000. It's not my style to take more than I need.
Ah. I must admit, Jack, I imagined all sorts of reasons, but none of them were close to the truth.
Are you disappointed, Mr. Sand?
No, not with you, Jack. Quite the contrary. I respect you even more.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, Mr. Sand. And now if you'll excuse me, I have to go home and get some sleep.
Of course, Jack. I just...
You might want to dispose of that wastebasket at some point. Anywho. 25-year-old Pamela Cox, latest victim of brutal murder. Rumor, mayor's favorite stripper found dead in his home. What? Oh, that's... oof. Well, maybe the mayor will be off our back for a little while as a result of that little gaffe. A giraffe is coming to the zoo! Okay, well, we'll round it out on a high note. Let's see, what's going on here? Everyone's happy? Oh, wait, I forgot to read the note at the bottom. Birds of a feather flock together. Okay. Here we go. Good morning. Oh, it's a press conference. Mr. Boyd, what is the reason you called this press conference today? It's an emergency, an important announcement, alarming news. An important announcement. It's my duty to warn the people of Freeburg there's a new predator wandering our streets, one who preys on young girls. Our sources tell us that 2 murders are already happened in the city, and a maniac nicknamed the Dentist is the killer. Why have you been so slow to warn the public? Blame the mayor's house? No comment. Let's not blame the feds. We can just say no comment at this time. I cannot comment on an ongoing investigation. The Dentist is only one man. Can't the Freeburg Police Department handle one crazy loner? Yes. Nonsense. It's not so simple. The feds have been looking for the Dentist across the country for years, but hopefully in our small city he won't find it so easy to hide. Do you believe specifically girls who are in danger? I would advise girls not to wear provocative clothing and not overdo it with the makeup. That's not how I translated that. Ugh. Do you have any information about the identity of killer? That we have a composite sketch. Hard to say. That'll be all. That's all the information I can share with you for now. Yep. Thank you. And we got another checkpoint, which means that Shift B comes back on. Jack Boyd discloses no information about the dentist. The dentist most wanted for decades. Freeburg police provide no details on the dentist. Okay, so the press is upset.
Oh yeah, the work is definitely piling on. Truth is, if I didn't have Palmer helping me catch this psycho, I don't know what I'd do.
Yeah.
You know, when he got here,
And the stuff the newspapers are saying, is it true?
What are the newspapers saying?
The girl who was killed. She filed a sexual harassment complaint against the mayor? What about the other victims? Were they harassed by the mayor too?
Well, it's hard to say.
Is it true?
So far, the mayor's the only thing we have connecting the victims, but only one of them filed a complaint against him, and she withdrew it a few days later. Someone must have pressured her, but it's hard to say anything for sure.
But is it true? Do you think it's true?
Well, let's just say it seems like it might be. What's the matter?
The mayor raped me.
Can you repeat that?
The mayor of Freeburg, Stuart Rogers, he raped me. You heard me right.
When did this happen?
4.5 years ago when I was just out of college. They gave a reception for us at City Hall. Rogers gave a speech, and there were a few other speakers, then dinner. I drank the champagne, it was hot out, the music was loud. I was feeling dizzy, so I went to take a breath in a quiet corner. I found a conference room, then a few minutes later the mayor came in with his guard. Rogers whispered something to the guard, and the guard left. I didn't have time to figure out what was going on. Rogers just walked up to me, grabbed me by the throat and squeezed, and then he began to rape me. This went on. It lasted about 10 minutes.
Look, Lana, it would be very difficult to prove anything at this point, but
You wouldn't have to prove anything. I have a videotape.
A video?
A recording from a surveillance camera. A cassette. The raping mayor, sitting in my closet next to Kramer versus Kramer.
But how...
6 months after it happened, someone slipped the cassette under my door. This was the same time the city administrator, Mary Simmons, was dismissed. Quite a scandal, if you recall. I think that must have to do with it.
Lana, don't worry about a thing. We'll use this tape and ambush the bastard.
No, we're not going to do that.
Lana, listen to me. You need
It's
to...
been 4 years. Don't you think I've had time to think things through? I already decided I'm not pressing charges.
Lana, whatever you've been thinking, I promise you, it would be better if
No,
you...
it wouldn't be better. For the past few years, I've worked hard so that people would take me seriously, so they'd respect me as a professional. If I step forward now, I ruin all my efforts, my whole future, and I'll destroy my one chance to make this city better. I'll be a sympathy case, I'll be humiliated, and then I'll be attacked. And the one thing I won't ever get again is respect.
Lana, you're talking about covering up a crime.
I'm doing it because I know it's the right thing to do.
Then you're a fool.
Oh my God, I made a mistake. Just forget everything I said.
Lana, Lana! Shit. Shit!
Time to go to work. After that bombshell, I'm too tired. I can hardly walk straight. Can I go home? Yeah. DeBrito. My son was in a car accident. Dexter is fighting for his life right now. I just can't manage to work today. Can I take the day off? J-Boogie! Dude, you're one of my finest. Yes. You take the day off. Alright. So we're one man down in a body bag, and the other one is off helping take care of his son. Funeral. Chance Newberry. Yes, this was harsh. He was buried with military honors. The mafia says, take your share. Investigations. Theft. Details. Oh, this is... yeah, never mind. Frames for drug possession. Detectives. Details. Let's see here. Still working on this one. We need to assign some other detectives on here, I think. Beasley is home. We got our bench. We might have to do some distribution on this, although the Brito was supposed to come back on. So we're going to go put Weaver on, and then we will come here, get some put some more detectives on this case. Nope. Well, actually, one more time. We'll go ahead and take a look at the detectives. So we got 3 on staff, and then 2 come on shift tomorrow. We have, for these detectives, we got cases home, and we got no one else on the bench. So what we're going to do is leave Mole on there. I'm going to take Nava, and then have her come on. That way, got quite a few come there, and then we are investigating him. Let's see here. With the Sands, we're still waiting on this case, so it's probably gonna take a while. So, City Hall. All right, we can do some requests now. We're going to request everything. Send, and then for the police station, we do have 1 opening. Shift A is kind of stacked, although we haven't seen them recently. It's Shift B that needs a new officer. So we're going to hire for Shift B. And then we're just going to see what the day brings. Not as many people on Shift B. It's taking a bit of a hit. But so far, so good. Breaking and entering. I can hear him drilling through the lock. You have to hurry. Let's see. Yeah, okay, so this is probably going to be a false alarm. But we will send people just in case. I do not want to send SWAT out. Then Octopus Restaurant. Inebriated guest at the restaurant knows that the kitchen chef bears a striking resemblance to the dentist picture from the newspapers. How did they get one of those? Great. Okay, so this is going to be false alarm day. I see where we're going here. Can't send too many people out. But that's going to be what today is, I guess. We're just going to have false alarms all day long because everyone is in a state of pure panic. It's alright. Alright, whoa. Breaking and entering. Yep, there weren't any person-only neighbors out front doing repairs. Homicide in the residential area. Oh. We did this one already, I thought. We'll come back to that. Anyways, Jack Boyd, there's a real war against the scumbags happening in the streets, and this war we're slowly losing. I decided to open my own gun shop to help law-abiding citizens protect themselves from drug dealers and pedophiles. It'll be a grand opening. I'm sure you couple of Braze officers who could lure in customers by handing out flyers at the mall. And I won't stay in your debt. I'll give your boys some toys that will surely be useful on the job. Together we'll clean the filth and stench from our streets. Works for me. Let's go to the detectives. And is there anybody that we can pull off to... Let's grab Weaver. Alright. There we go. We'll proceed. And then for these guys, we're going to send Oshiro and Shaw. I think this will benefit us in the long run. In fact, the cook's description does not match the fugitive maniacs. Great. Alright, so last picture show theaters. Got some harassment. A tearful schoolgirl puts a scary man with a face on the news, touched her shoulder during the show, and said scary things in a strange manner. Ugh. Alright, fine. We will handle this. Whoa, okay. We'll see if we can wait for somebody to come back. Oh, man. Suspicious individual. Yep, this is going to be everywhere today. Alright, so we'll wait till people come back, and then we will decide how we want to handle this situation. So, Griffith, Anderson, and Bush, you 3 go out. And then a man who resembles a dentist came into the office for an interview. The frightened secretary is grinning at me like he wants to kill me. It's exactly like his photo in the newspapers. It is not, because you people are freaking out.
910A in progress.
Rising report, boss. That was a very strange job for police officers, but oddly enough, we're very tired. Out. Plus, Miss Harry gave us some nice guns. Mr. Boyd, thank you for your help with 4,000. Homicide has just started. Yeah, we've done this one already. I guess it's on a loop or a game loop or something like that. 12, 11, 10. Armed robbery. A homeless man is trying to rob a hot dog cart. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, fine. We're just going to have to send... Actually, we can only send 2 out anyway. Let's just go ahead and do that. Harassment report. The man was not a serial killer, but a mild-mannered foreigner who was asking the girl to be quiet during the show.
1210.
Suspicious individual is an innocent law student who was smiling strangers because he was nervous about the interview. Durr. Alright. Yeah, so everyone is in a state of pure panic as a result of the serial killer. No real crimes apparently actually occurred today. Something kind of funny. Except for maybe that one hot dog stand that's being robbed.
Looks like we have a
The
situation.
seller says that the homeless man grabbed the money from his till and quickly disappeared. Canvass the neighborhood, order a hot dog, visit the nearest homeless shelter. Let's canvass the neighborhood.
10A complete.
Yep. Offender caught, officers unharmed. Good stuff. Some actual police work for today. The total silence I was not expecting. There's only one crime actually committed in the city of Freeburg today. Well, one that was reported anyway. Who knows what's going on. SWAT has just been sitting there like, nothing going on today. We're gonna go throw cards in a hat or something. I'm sure they appreciate the quietude though, because they've been out and about with this serial killer like 2 or 3 times. So that's that. Wow, there's literally nothing going on in the city. I suppose I should be happy about it. Homicide report. We don't need that. Drug possession. Got 3 new frames for that. And then, cemetery caretaker reports a young couple is having sex among a number of very old tombstones and making disgusting sounds. Mr. Tippin is afraid to approach. We have actual police work to do. Let's go ahead and do that. Theft. Yes. Oh yeah. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. George Sand, lieutenant in the Sand Mafia family. We're going to go ahead and pick this jerk up. The last picture show is a Sand. You have to send... Last picture show, George Sand premiered the Blue Buddy Shirt Thriller. You have to send 2 officers and SWAT. I'm going to go ahead and send SWAT. That lead detective has lower chance of success. You sure you want to send in the cops alone? Yes. Go ahead and pick him up at the drugstore. George Sanders ran out of painkillers for her back and went out for some more. Investigations, drug possession details. We can do this one now, potentially. Dante Gambino is an old and reliable employee at the land. His job is to import and distribute drugs. The cocaine is stored in a metal urn, normally used for ashes. So go ahead and do that. Cocaine is open. Office from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The goods are brought through the main entrance after closing time. Metal urn. Okay, so that's what that is. Drugs been after closing time. Okay, so we have that. And then vehicles. The truck is filled with urns. Comes twice a month. The driver moves boxes filled with product inside the funeral home. Let's see. Get that. Alright, so what's the difference between that? Keys. Single key security. Drug fill earns a fireproof cabinet in the office of Leterza. Yep. The owner of the whole operation. Dante Gambino keeps a key to her office, which he wears on a big chain with a lot of keys. Okay, so we got that one right. Let's see. Vehicles, a truck filled inside an urn, comes twice a month. Office is open from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The goods are brought through the main entrance after closing time. Vehicles. Truck filled with urns comes twice a month. The driver moves the boxes filled with product inside the funeral home. The driver. Okay, so that's wrong. It's not Mr. Gambino himself. It's the driver who brings the boxes in. So that's what's missing at the moment. I'm pretty sure anyway. So we'll let that one sit for a bit. The homicide is still taking time. We'll get on that. You want to pick up Mr. Sand. And I think that means that it worked out. Is that the theater?
Looks like we have a
There
situation
indeed.
here.
Naked people laying among... Oh, this is the other thing. The naked people laying... Shoot the criminals with a stun gun. Don't move. You're under arrest. Cough loudly. Under arrest. The man jumps up quick, shouts police, and turns tail. Hit him with the stun gun. Run after the young man. Arrest the woman. Hit him with a stun gun.
214 complete.
There we go. When in doubt, hit him with a stun gun. Theft report. Wrong place. Nuts. Alright, well, we'll have to do that later. End of the day. And that'll be it for this episode. Next time, hopefully, we'll pick up George Sand. And we will just move on with the other investigations. Things are going pretty well. This last day was kind of an odd duck of a day, though. But, you know, that's what happens sometimes. In any event, thank you very much for joining me. It's been that Catholic Gamer Dude playing This Is the Police. Thank you again, and I'll see you next time.